would you condemn Hamas for what they did?
Piers Morgan, el famoso presentador al que seguro que recordáis por la entrevista más viral de los últimos tiempos, la de Bassem Youssef.
These are years of disproportionate responses of Israel.
Right.
Did it solve the solution? Did it solve the problem?
Le pregunta al profesor Norman Finkelstein, al que recordaréis de esta charla.
Every single member of my family on both sides was exterminated. And it's precisely and exactly because of the lessons my parents taught me that I will not be silent when Israel commits its crimes against the Palestinians.
¿Cómo cree que sus padres, ambos sobrevivientes del Holocausto, habrían reaccionado ante lo ocurrido el 7 de octubre? La respuesta es para enmarcar.
How would your parents have felt about you literally on the day that this happened, talking about heroic resistance, the souls of Gaza go marching on? How would your parents have felt about that?
Anything I write, I have my parents looking at the screen behind me over my shoulders. Every moment of my existence goes back to the martyrdom of my family. Even 30 years after their death, I need the moral validation. How would my parents have reacted? My guess is if on the first day they heard that inmates in a concentration camp burst its gates, I think my parents would be very pleased at that fact. As the events became clearer, my guess is my parents would go out with their hearts to those who burst the gates of the concentration camp and whose lives were destroyed. Now you will say to me, completely legitimately, you would say, well, what would your parents feel about the innocents who were slaughtered in the atrocities on that day? So I'm going to give you as close an answer as I could give. I once asked my late mother, what was your feeling when you heard that the German cities were being terror bombed during World War II, targeting civilians? And my mother's response to me was, quote, if we're going to die, we're going to take some of them with us. Now that's not the most morally elevated statement. I agree. Do I wish my mother had and my father had a heightened sensitivity to German civilian life? I suppose I would wish it. But I will tell you, Piers, to the last day of my parents' life, it was unthinkable that they would have a kind word to say about Germans. And it was unthinkable that I would ever quarrel with them on that point.
Okay.
I accepted that given their life experience, they had the right to hate the people who destroyed their lives.
Okay.
And the people
Professor
of
Finkelstein.
Gaza have the right to hate the people who destroyed their lives.
Spanish Revolution.